Most people will never change. Not because they can't, because they've made peace with being weak. And look, I'm not talking about the gym. I'm not talking about six-pack abs or some morning routine you saw in a YouTube thumbnail. I'm talking about the quiet version of you. The one who hits snooze, who scrolls for an hour before getting out of bed, who says, "I'll start Monday for the 400th time." Yeah, that one. Today, we're going to war with that version of you. We're going to talk about how to kill your weakness, master your mind, and become the kind of person who actually shows up, even when no one's watching. Stick around, because what I'm about to tell you is the stuff they never teach you in school, therapy, or motivational poster sections of TikTok. Let's get into it.
Kill weakness. Here's something that'll sting a little. Weakness isn't your enemy. Comfort is. Your weakness survives because you've made it comfortable. You've given it a warm bed, 3 meals a day, and 0 consequences. Every time you avoid the hard thing, the awkward conversation, the workout, the project you keep putting off, you're feeding that beast. You're telling it, you're safe here. Think about it like this. Imagine you have a wolf and a dog living inside you. The wolf is sharp, hungry, disciplined. The dog, he just wants a couch and a snack. The one you feed every day, that's the one that wins, every single time. So how do you kill weakness? You stop feeding it. You stop negotiating with it. You stop giving it excuses with fancy names like "I need to rest," when what you really mean is, "I'm scared." Real rest is earned. Comfort that hasn't been earned, that's just hiding. The first act of killing your weakness isn't some dramatic moment. It's tiny. It's making the bed when you don't want to. It's going on the walk when it's raining. It's sending the email you've been dreading for 6 days. Small wins are the opening moves in this war, and here's the wild part. Those small wins, they stack, and they start to change how you see yourself.
Master the self. Discipline over comfort. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you did something hard, completely on your own, and felt proud afterward? Not proud because someone noticed, not proud because you posted it. Just quietly, deeply proud of yourself. That feeling, that's what mastering yourself tastes like, and it is addictive. Here's what nobody tells you about discipline. It's not about being a robot. It's not about punishing yourself or white-knuckling your way through life. Discipline is just a system you build, so your future self doesn't have to fight every battle from scratch. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't sit there at 10 p.m. having a moral debate with yourself. Do I really have to? I'm tired. Maybe tomorrow. No, you just do it. It's automated. It costs you nothing. That's what real discipline looks like when it's mature. It runs quietly in the background. It doesn't need motivation because it doesn't run on motivation. It runs on identity. And here's where the mastery piece comes in. You can't master something you don't understand. So the first person you need to study, obsessively, is yourself. What drains you? What fires you up? When do you make bad decisions? What triggers your laziness? Most people spend their whole lives studying other people's habits, other people's strategies, other people's morning routines, and they never once sit with the discomfort of looking inward. That's where the real work is, and most people never go there. But here's the twist. When you do go there, when you actually start studying yourself the way a coach studies a player, everything changes. Because now you're not fighting blind. Now you have a map.
Control the mind, the battleground. You want to know where every war in your life is actually fought? Right here, between your ears. Not at the gym, not in the office, not in your relationship. The real battlefield is your mind, and most of us have handed the keys to our mind to everyone except ourselves. Social media decides your mood. The news tells you how scared to be. Other people's opinions shape what you believe about yourself. You wake up every day and immediately let the world write the first chapter of your story before you've even had coffee. Sound familiar? Controlling your mind doesn't mean shutting out the world. It means choosing what gets your attention and what doesn't. It means building a filter. Because here's the truth. Your attention is the most valuable resource you have, and everyone, every app, every algorithm, every toxic person in your orbit is trying to steal it from you. One practical thing? Start your day before the world gets to you. Just 15 minutes. No phone, no news, no input. Sit with your own thoughts. It's uncomfortable at first. That silence feels almost wrong because we've been conditioned to fill every gap. But in that silence, you start to hear yourself again. And once you can hear yourself, once you're back in the driver's seat of your own mind, that's when you stop reacting to life and start directing it. There's a word for someone who controls their environment, their thoughts, their responses. You know what that word is? Powerful. And that brings us to the final piece, the thing all of this has been building toward.
Become unbreakable. The payoff. Unbreakable doesn't mean untouchable. I want to be really clear about that. Unbreakable doesn't mean life won't hit you. It doesn't mean you won't have bad days, failures, losses. It doesn't mean you'll feel strong all the time, because you won't. Nobody does. What unbreakable means is this: you recover. You get knocked down and you get back up, not because you're fearless, but because you've built a relationship with difficulty. You've made friends with the hard thing. And at some point, the thing that used to break you just becomes another Tuesday. Think about every hard thing you've already survived. Every time you thought you couldn't, and then you did. Every version of, I don't know how I'm going to get through this, that you somehow got through. You're already more unbreakable than you think. You just haven't given yourself credit. The path to unbreakable isn't a dramatic transformation. It's not a 75-day challenge or a 4 a.m. wake-up call or a cold plunge at 5 degrees. Those things can help, but they're tools, not the foundation. The foundation is this: every single day, you choose the harder right thing over the easier wrong one. That's it. That simple, that boring, that powerful. Kill the weakness. Master your inner world. Choose discipline when comfort is screaming at you. Control the voice in your head instead of obeying it. Do that consistently, imperfectly, without quitting. And you don't just become strong. You become someone who can't be broken by anyone, including yourself.
So here's your move today. Not next week, not after the weekend. Today. Pick one thing you've been avoiding, one small battle you keep losing. Do it today. Not perfectly, not painlessly, just do it. That's your first win. And wins breed wins. If this video hits something in you, drop a comment below with one word, just one. Tell me, what are you killing today? Laziness? Fear? Doubt? Let me see it. Subscribe if you want more of this. We talk about building real mental toughness here. No fluff, no hype, just the honest work. I'll see you in the next one.